Hi, my name is Brittany Dawson, and I am the Assistant Director for Conflict Resolution and Student Conduct at the University of Mississippi, or as some of you all may know this as, Ole Miss. I am a two-time graduate of the University of Memphis, where I attained my Bachelor's of Arts in Political Science and African American Studies, and my Master's degree in Leadership and Policy Studies with a concentration in Student Personnel. I am a current PhD student at the University of Mississippi, where I am seeking to obtain my degree in higher education. So, how did I end up in student conduct? Well, we got to go all the way back to when I was in undergrad at the University of Memphis. I found myself getting super involved in every single organization and opportunity that I possibly could. I remember back during orientation, they specifically kept saying, get involved, get involved, get involved. And that's what I did. I got involved, and got involved. I was in everything from the Student Activities Council to Habitat for Humanity to NAACP. And I found myself ultimately on the Student Conduct Board there at the University of Memphis. And as I was going through those different organizations, I enjoyed every single bit of the process. I enjoyed the leadership positions that I held. I enjoyed the opportunities of meeting with different students that I probably never would have had the opportunity to meet with. And I enjoyed working with alumni and upper administration. And so while I was in undergrad, I had aspirations of going off to law school, but then life happened. And so ultimately, when it got down to crunch time, I was just like, Brittany, you have got to get out of here, and we will figure out what you will do later as a career. And so later finally came, and I had a conversation with a friend that said, you know what, Brittany, you really enjoyed being involved in different organizations while we were in undergrad. Why don't you go back and get your master's degree in higher education? What? I could get a master's degree in higher education to be involved in student organizations? Who knew? So that's exactly what I did. I landed back at the University of Memphis again and earned my master's degree in leadership and policy studies with a concentration in student personnel. And I ultimately made the decision that the area of student affairs that I specifically wanted to work in was student conduct. Student conduct for me allows me to build rapport with students, but it also allowed me that policy and ruling type influence that I wanted to do anyways. And so on my day to day, I probably meet with between 5 to 7 students, and we get to know one another, and then we focus on why did that student end up in my office. And more likely than not, the student ended up in my office for some sort of policy violation. And for us here at the University of Mississippi, policy violations can be anything from housing to a student being arrested for a DUI off campus. And so in those conversations with students, we focus on, them as an individual and what their goals are for being at the institution. And then we figure out, how do we get to this policy violation? And what are things that we can do better to make sure that we don't land ourselves in those situations? And then we work from there. And I really enjoy that because I get to be a big part of why students decide to make the decisions or better decisions to keep them at the institution and then ultimately help them reach their dreams and aspirations. So some of the biggest advice that I would give you all as you decide on your journey of what to do is if you're going to go to a 2 or 4 year institution is that you pick the degree that you want. Oftentimes students are picking degrees and majors of somebody else that was their goals and not the student's goal for themselves. So make sure if you're deciding to go off to a 2 or 4 year institution that you pick a degree field that you want to go into because that's what's going to make you happy. Because at the end of the day, you are the person that is sitting in those classrooms, in those seats and doing the homework and writing the papers. So this has got to be something that you ultimately want to do at the end of the day. But good luck on your decision to go off to a 2 or 4 year institution or go out to a trade school. Whatever that is that you want to do, make sure that you are doing it for yourself. Have a great day.
Hello everyone and welcome to the virtual job fair. My name is Kertisha Taylor and I am currently serving as a clinical coordinator with Communities in Schools of the Dallas region. Communities in Schools is a nonprofit organization that focuses on providing support to students who are at risk of failing out of school or dropping out of school due to factors that may be beyond their control, such as poverty, lack of family support, it could be poor relationships in the community, or even teen parenting. My educational background is actually in social work, and I have a master's degree in social work along with a minor in drug and alcohol rehabilitation. I attended Southern Illinois University, Carbondale, where I earned both my bachelor and master's degree in social work. I am also a licensed clinical social worker supervisor, which means that I can provide a different clinical services to patients such as counseling, diagnostic services. I can also make other referrals to community support as needed, just to name a few. A typical day at my job focuses on providing clinical support to our site coordinators that are placed on the various campuses that we service. So with our site coordinators, they really focus on the day-to-day work of making referrals, providing short-term interventions to students, and I really focus on overseeing those services that they provide, and also make sure that they are at times clinical in nature as needed. I also help them with developing programs that may be beneficial to their campuses, along with developing programs and trainings for my agency. So I'm also part of the professional development team, the training team, and then also I do clinical supervision as well. One piece of advice that I would give you is to surround yourself with people that motivate and elevate you. I was really fortunate enough that in high school and in college, there were adults that saw my potential and really challenged me to be better, and also helped guide me when I didn't know the next steps in life. If you are interested in a career, I would suggest that you find someone that is interested in developing the next generation of youth and want to teach them the ways in life. Another thing I would say is to prepare to fail. Nothing is guaranteed. You want to make sure that you have those skills that make you resilient to get through those hard times, because there will be hard times. And when you get through those times, you can be grateful for those moments that help build your character. I want to thank you all so much for letting me join this process, and I wish everyone the best of luck.
Hello students, my name is Angel Hefner. I am a registered nurse. I currently work at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital as a nursing supervisor or clinical staff lead. I attended Tennessee State University, where I received a 4-year bachelor's degree of science in nursing. Typically, my day, I've been a nurse for 12 years, so typically my day consists of coming in, supervising my staff and my direct reports, helping out in the clinical setting, doing everything I can as far as checking chemotherapy, administering medications, hanging blood products, and just being there to support my staff. Any advice that I could give you is to follow your own star. Nursing is a very hard and demanding major, but it's also very fulfilling. So if you're interested in nursing, I always say that first it has to come from the heart, because when you care from the heart, there's no amount of money or no dollar amount that you can put on it. So just know that becoming a nurse was my ultimate dream. I'm so thankful that I chose this profession. And if you're interested in nursing, I know that you can do it too, and follow your own star. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Brandis Leverett, and I work in nonprofit management. I serve as the operations director for Memphis Athletic Ministries. That's right, I do the hiring and I do the firing. No, just playing. No, but for real. You might know us as MAM. MAM is a ministry that uses sports to coach, grow, and lead the youth of Memphis by helping them discover who they are and their purpose in the community. At MAM, we want to see identity found, hope restored, and lives changed. Yeah, I had to read it. I just started this job. We have a staff of about 40 or 50 people, and we manage facilities all over the city that allow kids to come and for after-school programs, and we offer team sports. I manage all that. Actually, I bounced around a little bit. I started at a 2-year community college in Galesburg, Illinois, and then the bouncing began. Let's see, South Carolina, I was in Virginia, I went back home to Michigan. Then I landed in Lambeth University, just up the road in Jackson. Now it's known as the University of Memphis, Lambeth campus. That's another story for another time. I actually earned a bachelor's and a master's in elementary education, and I taught elementary for about 10 years. Well, after teaching, I just wanted to give something else a shot. So I applied and I interviewed, and I ended up in nonprofit management. And actually, my classroom experience has really prepared me for what I do now. Glad you asked. Being a teacher is like running a business. There's planning and then the execution of that plan. You have to evaluate and reevaluate that plan. And you have to determine if that plan worked and see if you need to switch it up. Oh, and then there's the kids. Okay, a nonprofit operates much just like a business, except it has to deal with money a bit differently because most of the money comes from donors and grants and people like you. Hey, here's a picture of my job description. It kind of lays out the things that I'm responsible for and all that kind of stuff. I'll let you read that on your own. Well, I get up and, shower, brush my teeth and all that kind of stuff, eat breakfast, kiss the wife and kids, and I'm off to work. No, I'm on the go a lot, and I am meeting with our team, and I really spend a lot of time putting out fires. Not actual fires, but like in a figure of speech kind of fire. I really like what I do. I like people, I like problem solving, and I like seeing the work that we do impact people for the better. Do I? Let's see. Yeah, in no particular order, but get mentors you trust, listen to them, make a plan, execute that plan, adjust, and be ready to roll with the punches. Avoid as much school debt as possible. You need to watch a documentary called The College Conspiracy. Just Google it. 5 minutes, you'll have a great understanding of making a better plan for college. Be passionate, but remember, make a living too. Develop multiple streams of income. Become financially literate. Build good credit. Be professional, stay professional. Remember, you're building a reputation as much as a career. Fight for what you're worth. Research and be knowledgeable. Maintain a sensible social media presence. Remember, you know a lot, but somebody always knows more. Relationships matter. And look, man, enjoy the process and have fun. Thank you. Peace out.